Line workers, the Ministry of Health has directed extra vigilance and caution for medical workers over the threat posed by dealing with COVID-19 cases. An estimated 80 health workers are either in isolation or mandatory quarantine for having been in contact with COVID-19 patients. Elphas Lagat with more.
With the number of COVID-19 cases up to 126 today, KMPDU is raising concerns over the safety of medical personnel who are at the front line in handling patients of the coronavirus and those who manifest symptoms associated with COVID-19.
We want to appeal that we should prioritize the testing of healthcare workers, and more especially those who are working in facilities where COVID-19 has been confirmed.
I will be taking a small sabbatical of 12 months to go and assist my country at this time of pandemic.
The entire medical staff who handled the 6-year-old boy who passed on at the Kenyatta National Hospital yesterday are on a 14-day quarantine. At the same time, 56 members of a medical facility in Ngara are also in isolation following the confirmation that a clinical officer from the facility tested positive for COVID-19. A leading private hospital has also had to advise 20 members of its staff to self-isolate. They came into contact with a patient who, at the time of treatment, did not reveal his travel history and people he interacted with, an omission that placed several people, including the medical staff who attended to him, at a high risk of contracting COVID-19.
And as you come to seek treatment and care, please be honest to health workers. We have had already cases of health workers infected, and upon further inquiry, we have found that members of the public have not disclosed full information during the history taking of their travel history and contacts.
At Mbagathi Hospital, one nurse is in isolation after manifesting symptoms such as fever and cough that are associated with the virus.
Kenya is short of 68,000 nurses.
Hospitali zetu hazina bado zile equipment za kutosha.
Health Cabinet Secretary Mutahi Kagwe says authorities are alive to threats that face doctors, nurses, lab technicians and other health workers. He lauded their efforts, adding that government is keen on availing personal protective equipment, necessary training and hiring of an additional 5,000 health workers to work on the front line in fighting the spread and helping those who test positive on a journey of recovery.
Even as they continue to be our front line soldiers, my ministry is looking at how to secure them from any infections, so they are at the top of our minds.
Authorities are urging Kenyans to adhere to guidelines of flattening the curve and full disclosure at hospitals to enable medical workers be better placed to attend to any would-be cases of COVID-19. KMPDU is now prevailing for medical personnel to be better equipped as they are on the front line in the fight against the COVID-19 disease. Elphas Lagat, Citizen TV, Nairobi.